Hey, how's it going, you guys? It is I, the one and only Fried Chicken, and today I have the Robert Space Industries Zeus Mk2 ES right behind me, and as promised, I'm going to be doing my If I Fits, I Sits video for this ship. Now, let's find out what we can cram into the back of this vessel. And as a little disclaimer, I did not pull out every single ground vehicle that I could have. I could have pulled out many more vehicles, but just to make sure the video wasn't super long, I just had to pull out the vehicles that I thought would be more funny. So yeah, the first vehicle up front is the Steve, and it easily backs right into the back of the Zeus with no problem, no issues whatsoever. Let's see what else we can cram inside this motherfucker. Next up on the chopping block is going to be the PTV, which is going to be also another easy fit. Gonna stuff it in here right alongside the STV. And reasons why I didn't pull out the Ursa Rover or the Drake Mule. One, I know the Ursa ain't gonna fit, and the Mule, if the PTV can fit, then you know the Mule gonna fit. It's almost the same size, just a little bit taller. The Mule will probably be one of the best vehicles you can actually store inside of here. But as you can see, the PTV fits perfectly. Alright, next up on the chopping block, let's see what else we can cram inside of this ship. We are gonna cram the Europa Nox inside of here and see what happens. So this little bike, it fits perfectly, but I made the mistake of backing into the ship just a little bit too harsh, and the Nox decides to go haywire, do some kick flips, and glitch out of the ship, and it just happens to knock over the PTV, and it just starts causing massive hysteria inside of the ship as things start to go haywire. As you can see, it's just doing its own thing. It's starting to dance for me, you know, and just going through the ship and things and glitching out. And eventually what I did is I actually had to go on top of the ship. Thank God the ship has an airlock, and I had to try mounting the bike from the top of the ship and get it out of there before it blows up everything that I had set up for this video. So after reorganizing the inside of the ship, because the Nox was not playing nicely, even though after the reorganization it still wasn't playing nicely, I decided to take out the Cyclone and see if that will fit. Now this vehicle, the wheels just barely fit inside the door, so it's pretty small, but I was able to fit all of these vehicles within the Zeus without much issue, besides the Nox going haywire. And if I really wanted to, I could throw in maybe 4 or 5 pulses if I really wanted to. It would fit perfectly without no issue because it's such a small form vehicle that I can just easily slide it in, but we're not worrying about that right now. As you can see, the Cyclone fits perfectly. Now let's move on to the next vehicle and let's see what happens. So the very next vehicle is going to be the Merlin. I tried really hard to get the Merlin to fit inside of here. I thought I almost had it, but the wings are just a little bit too tall for this thing to slide right in. If they were just a little shorter, it would have been in without much of an issue. But I end up dying and blowing up, and it's absolutely comical because, I was really trying to shove it inside the back of the ship. But sadly, it did not work for me. And I just got a really good kick out of it just because of how comical it was. It looks like it would fit without an issue, but again, those wings are just a little bit too tall. We have the Mirai Fury. Now, just to jump ahead a little bit, this ship does easily slide into the Zeus, but there is just one small little trick that you have to pay attention to when you're trying to slide it into the rear hangar hatch thing. And that is pretty much turn off your landing gear. If you have your landing gear turned on with the Fury, it's gonna magnetize itself to the ground, and you're gonna have a lot of issues. But if you turn it off and go in real slowly, you're definitely gonna be able to fit the Fury inside there. You can probably fit 2 inside there just because of the form factor of the ship. And that's pretty much all the ships I tested out. Again, I'm sorry I didn't test out every vehicle. I know a lot of people wanted to see the Rover and see how that happens, have some memes, have some fun with it, and other vehicles like the Mule, or just other vehicles like the Dragonfly or Hover Quad, other ground vehicles that are available. But yeah, these are the vehicles that I was able to get to fit in there, and I had a lot of fun doing it. The Nox definitely gave me quite a laugh as it was bugging out, and the Merlin, I really tried. Maybe if I try going in at a different angle, I can get it in. Just gotta go real slow, maybe sideways, but I'm probably sure it can fit. You just gotta really just wiggle it around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of I Fits, I Sits for the Zeus Mk2 ES. in Star Citizen 3.24.2 PTU Wave 2 now in Star Citizen. But yeah, your boy Fried Chicken is out. Oh yeah. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and put all your opinions down in the comments. I like to spitball with you guys. I love replying to your comments. But yeah, your boy out.